Day 14, baby. 14. 1 4. Boo, 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 boo. Adriene.
The perfect body. Washboard abs. The less you weigh.
Day 14.
Hey guys, welcome to 30 Days of Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene and it's day 14. It's on like Donkey Kong. Let's go.
Ouch.
Alright my friends, today we're going to begin on all fours. We'll come to tabletop position. And just take a second here to roll through a couple cat-cows, spreading the palms wide, make sure the knees are hip-width apart, press into the tops of the feet, and we're off. Using this opportunity to check in with the body and check in with the breath. Rolling through a couple times, back and forth. Stretching it out. And then veering off the railroad tracks whenever you're ready. Getting into the hips, the neck and shoulders. And finding your breath today. Awesome, then we'll bring the toes just under here, curl them under, walk the palms out, and we'll bring the sit bones up and high. Up and back, up and high. As we melt the heart back, we come into downward facing dog. Stretching long through the side body here, find a little bend in the knees, press into all 10 knuckles. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. Deep breath in and long, long exhale out. Wake up the feet. All right, let's take one more deep breath here. In and out. And we'll slowly lower back onto the knees, back to that tabletop position. So this time I'm going to take a couple breaths. We're just going to do 3 of these, so hang with me. Tapping into our core, but also really paying attention to this line in the spine. Hovering cat, I press away from the earth, I press into the tops of the feet, and I let the knees hover. Again, this isn't a huge move, this is just a nice little hover to connect to my insides, connect to your muscles. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, keep the bones stacked. Breathe, breathe, breathe. One more breath here. And then exhale, we release. Bring the 2 big toes together, widen the knees, send it back. Extended child's pose. Take a second here to rotate the wrists. 2, maybe find a little sway in the hips. Maybe walk the elbows out. So we're never waiting, we're always exploring, stay curious. That's going to keep us coming back to the mat. And we'll release the palms back down, come back up to all fours, stacking the bones, so walking the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And here's 2 out of 3. Inhale in, on an exhale, find your hovering cat. Remember the neck. Remember the neck. Tops of the shoulders draw away, we breathe here. And just when you want to quit, that's when you should drop into that sweet breath. That fuel. Draw your navel up, lower belly in, press away from the earth, 1 more breath. And exhale, release. 2 big toes come together, knees nice and wide. This time, draw the right palm in towards the center line and inhale, press away from the earth as you send the left fingertips up towards the sky. So we can stay here, deep breath in, or we can release left fingertips to the top of the right hip crease, or even to the lower back here is nice, pressing the palm to the sacrum. Resist the urge to just totally collapse into that left hip. See if you can keep a little bit of awareness through both tops of the feet, both knees. Hips nice and square. Really mindful. One more breath here. And then exhale, we release and come back to our hovering cat. Last one, we totally have this. Another option here, if the wrists are weak, if the wrists are, you're still building strength in the wrist, I should say, you can come to fists. This is a nice place. I even like to keep my thumbs extended so I can come here. It kind of feels like a bulldog position. What? Okay, deep breath in, and on an exhale, we hover. We check in with the core. We create a full body experience. And again, now would be an awesome time to tap into that breath. Notice what it feels like to be alive today. One more breath here. We're shaking, we're building heat. And then we exhale, release. Left palm to center. Bring the two big toes together, a little wider on the knees. We inhale, open up through the right side this time. Resist the urge to collapse here, but maintain that awareness you had in that hovering cat as you find your twist. Now we can bring the right fingertips to the top of the left hip crease here, or bring the hand to the lower back. Open your chest. Let's do one more deep breath in here. And on an exhale, we release. Awesome. Walk the palms forward and we send it back, extended child's pose. Take a couple breaths here. Again, find any organic movement in the body. And we drop into a little joy, a little inner smile, if you will. And we just allow ourselves to be present and fully here for the duration of this practice. It's not a long one today, so drop in, find your breath. Then we'll spread the palms wide, draw the heart back up to all fours. Here we go. So this time we're going to extend the right toes out long, flex through the right foot, take a deep breath in. On an exhale, we draw that right foot all the way up and into our lunge. Left knee can stay on the mat here. We interlace the fingertips and we come up here. Breathing, pulsing a couple times, just checking in with the hips, keeping the heart lifted and open. Then I'm going to release my palms to the mat and kind of walk my right foot out just a hair so that I'm on two skis rather than kind of a tightrope all zipped up. So take a couple breaths here. And you might lift that back knee for a breath or two. Stretch it out. Then I'm going to walk my left palm underneath my left shoulder and inhale, reach my right fingertips all the way up. Hug that left knee in towards the center line and breathe. Again, we can bring the hand to the lower back here, if that feels good. And I'm staying really spacious and broad through my shoulders, drawing my shoulder blades in together and down. Again, squeezing that right knee up. Deep breath in. And on an exhale, I release. I'm going to come back to all fours here, nothing fancy. And I'm going to switch. Left toes out. Flex your left foot strong. Lower that left hip. Take a deep breath in. And then we'll bend the left knee and step it up into our lunge. Right knee can stay on the earth. We interlace the fingertips. Come up and check in. Just a little organic movement here. Pulsing. Pedaling. Pulsing. Then I'll lower my palms now to the mat. Walk the left foot out just a hair. Take a breath or two here. You might curl the right toes under, lift that back knee, just stretch it out. Awesome. Then I'll lower that right knee again. Press into my right palm, stack it just underneath that right shoulder, and inhale, open up through the left hand, the left arm. Here I squeeze my left knee in, and then breathe. Left hand can come to the sacrum here. And mostly I'm concentrating on drawing my lower belly in, pressing into my foundation and finding this gorgeous, gorgeous length in the shoulders and the neck. This is definitely going to help us with tomorrow's practice too. So remember the shoulders drawing away and this awareness of the neck is a sweet, sweet extension of the spine. Take one more breath wherever you are. And then we'll release. Coming back to all fours. This time, we'll drop the elbows where the hands are on tabletop and walk the knees back. My favorite, heart to earth pose. So in this pose, we really rock the pelvis up towards the sky. Find a nice deep stretch in the shoulders. Forehead may or may not come to kiss the mat. And just notice if your elbows have started to come out. See if you can keep those two railroad tracks nice and long. I might teeter-totter a little bit here. Stretching into the side body. Keep deepening your breath. Then slowly we'll look forward, drawing a line with the nose towards the front edge, and I'm going to slide it on through. Keep the elbows where they are. I come to Sphinx pose here, pressing into my foundation. I inhale, find length through the crown. And we just take a couple breaths here, really pressing into everything that's touching the mat here. So becoming super alive and aware energetically the more we grow our practice. There's always something there. I love it. Close your eyes for this last breath, this last peek here. Visualize your spine, so strong and long. Hey-o! And then we'll gently release. Great, palms underneath the shoulders, curl the toes under, press up to plank. What? Beautiful, long, smooth, fluid breaths here. So sometimes I come into plank and I start holding my breath. So as your yoga guide, I encourage you not to do that, to keep breathing. And then we'll send it up to downward facing dog. Find your best and most beautiful Adho Mukha here. Really checking in, taking stock. Great, then we'll slowly lower to the knees and once again, send the right toes out. Flex your right foot. Squeeze the right knee all the way up towards your heart and we'll step it through once again. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward, up and back, this time coming into my crescent lunge. Breathing deep here. And then if I want to create a little more heat, I might curl the back toes under and lift that back knee.
Ooh.
You can also stay lowered. We inhale in, breathe, breathe, breathe. And exhale, release. Back knee comes down, palms come to the mat, same thing as before. Walk the left palm underneath the left shoulder and inhale, spiral up through your heart. Heart up towards the sky. We reach the right fingertips towards the heavens and we breathe here. Now I can find a little bind here. I can bring my right hand to my lower back. I can also bend this knee and reach back to grab my big toe here. Pulling the right hip crease back, breathing really, really deeply. So another option would just be here. It's beginning to stretch that quad with a little bit of movement. Or maybe you grab. Open up through your heart. One more breath. Maybe send your gaze up.
Ouch.
And then exhale, release mindfully. We come back to our lunge. We're going to walk that right foot in just a hair and then send the hips up and back, half splits. Relax the weight of the head down. Then we'll roll through that right foot, plant the palms, and slide the right knee back, just back to all fours. Great, curl the toes under, send it up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in through the nose, and long breath out. Check in. Great, slow descend back down to all fours, and we send the left foot out. So find your alignment. Connect to your foundation and then we extend left foot out. Deep breath in. On an exhale, hug that left knee all the way up and in towards your heart. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then we step the left foot up. So just a mindful transition every time. Really mindful. Great. Find your alignment. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward, up and back. Whenever you're ready, crescent lunge. Maybe we curl the back toes under and lift that back knee up, or maybe not. Breathe, nice, long, smooth, deep breaths. Hug that energy in towards the midline. One more breath here. And then we exhale, slowly release. Lower the back knee down, palms come to the mat. Walk the left foot out just a hair and find that right palm underneath the right shoulder. Inhale, open out, spiral your heart up towards the sky. Again, maybe you stay here. Maybe you come to the lower back. Strong in the legs, strong integrity in the shoulders and the neck. Or maybe I reach back and I am able to grab that big toe here. You can also come up onto the fingertips, or a block is really nice too. So opening up, sinking into that hip, breathing into your right quad. You can use the gaze up towards the sky, or keep a strong focus down. Wherever you are, take one more full breath in. Awesome, and then exhale with control. Release. Walk the left foot in just a hair, send the hips up and back. Breathe here, breathe into the tight places. And slowly rolling through the left foot. We plant the palms, curl the toes under, slide the left toes back to plank. And we slowly lower down all the way to the belly. Walk the fingertips up off the mat. Press into the tops of the feet. Lift your elbows up here and inhale. Visualize space in the spine as we open up through the heart of the chest. So maybe we only get this far, elbows still lifting up. Or maybe we are able to create a little more space and come up to here. So in due time, we'll just see. Be really mindful of that lower back, my friends. Inhale in. And exhale wherever you are. Find a release. Plant the palms, curl the toes under. Send it up to plank. Then downward facing dog. One deep breath in here. Long breath out. Slowly lower to the knees. Cross the left ankle over the right. And we slide on through to seated. Awesome work, my friends. Great checking in with you today. So from here you can roll down into Shavasana, or maybe you want to do a little freestyle, or maybe you stay here in meditation pose, Sukhasana, finding ease for just a moment or two before you break off into the rest of your day. Take good care. Namaste.
Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus now bundled together. The greatest stories and characters,